Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to the Hot Stocks Outlook for August 5th, 2016. So the past several weeks all throughout July have presented some really phenomenal trading opportunities throughout the market, all through different sectors, really great opportunities for the entirety of the month. But what I want to do is really demonstrate this approach and utilizing this technology, the VantagePoint Intermarket Analysis software, to identify these opportunities at the right time. So be able to really maximize the profit potential from any one given opportunity that you may come across in the market, but also be able to identify these opportunities and find these markets that are really getting ready to go ahead and rally. So a few markets, few charts here to take a look at, but obviously I want to explain everything on the chart here and exactly how this works. Now, the VantagePoint Intermarket Analysis utilizes a patented neural network process. It's a type of artificial intelligence to create what is essentially predictive indicators that are forward-looking, anticipating short-term price direction in the market here. So if we actually look at the price data here, we have daily bars and candles, and against that price data, you have a black line there and a blue line on the screen. Now, the black line is a regular simple moving average, so just lags behind the market, plots where the average prices have closed at, essentially changing every single day as that new value calculation is added in, and the 11th or 15th or whatever day is cut off the end of the simple moving average. So very simple. The problem is that's a very lagging indicator, so it's always just reacting to where the newest closing price has already moved to. Now, the blue line on your screen, that is VantagePoint's proprietary predicted moving average. So it's forecasting and anticipating where that average price, that SMA, that simple moving average, the actual simple moving average, is expected to move. So what we want to look for, and looking for all these opportunities, much of these opportunities coming through those early weeks of July, are these crossovers. So these crossovers between that prediction and the actual. So that tells us that there's been a directional shift in the market. Now, in addition to that, VantagePoint has this other indicator at the very bottom, aside from the predicted moving average, and this is the predicted neural index. So it's an extremely accurate short-term indicator at the very bottom of the screen here. You see P index, and it can only be a value of a 1 or a 0. Now, what it's able to do is forecast short-term prices. So whether there's short-term strength or weakness over the next 2 candles. So that means 48 hours, 2 trading days looking forward and ahead, so that you can really understand what to anticipate. So you've got the predicted moving average really, telling you your overall direction of the market, but then this highly accurate neural index really helping you manage positions more effectively and know what to expect based on whatever that specific trading style you may be trying to execute on the market. Now, that's all fine and good, and this helps traders make much better trading decisions in the market. But what I'd really love to show you here is, what's going on behind the scenes to generate these predicted moving averages, predictive indicators that work so well and help traders make much better, more consistently accurate decisions. So I'm going to go ahead and look for this stock here, Hologic. We're going to look, and I actually want to go ahead and open up my properties tab and open up what is called the intermarkets. Now, what VantagePoint does for every single market that you're trading, every individual stock, it's looking at the 25 to 30 most closely related markets that are known to drive, influence, and impact the future price movement of that stock that you're trading. And so this is a huge improvement on methods that only look at one market in isolation, because this technology, this approach of neural networks and artificial intelligence, is able to recognize very important market relationships all through the markets, whether that be the ETFs where a lot of trading happens nowadays, big futures markets, currency markets like the dollar index, the yen and euro, the energy markets and interest rates, which have big effects on really every stock out there. But it's able to identify a lot of those subtle relationships between individual equities, ETF groups, things like this, that really trip up a lot of traders, that can really affect the markets that they're trading. And this allows traders to really have a more complete view of where they should expect prices to move forward based off those extremely important global intermarket relationships. So how this works for traders is very simple. We want to keep things very simple. The tools are extremely accurate. So whenever we see that blue line cross above the black line, we want to go ahead and look to take long positions in the market. So in this example here, we've got about a 24 trading day period. The market moved up about 13% and still in an uptrend here. And one of the important things too is that, when we see this blue line and black line separate, so that prediction moving away from the actual moving average, showing quite a big spread there, it really indicates that there's a lot of strength in the overall trend. And additionally, this neural index really forewarns you of that short-term weakness you may experience so that you can really have the patience to say, you know what, the trend is still up. I want to go ahead and hold that position, make sure that I capture these really nice candles here where you're getting that gap up and really moving that into that 12, 13, 14% area for the gain there. So let's go ahead and look at a few more charts though and really demonstrate the profit potential of these opportunities. You see here about $4.45 per share so far, and that market's still moving up. Market really never going against you. Really a couple days after that, market moved into profit and kept moving higher in line with those forecasts there. So next opportunity though, let's go ahead and look at Masco here, and same thing. You know, we want to be looking for fresh crossovers, so where there's been that directional change in the marketplace. Want to be paying close attention to the distance between this blue and black line, telling us how strong that trend likely is to be, and also using the neural index to help forewarn of short-term strength or weakness in the market, right? Well, so we go ahead and see this opportunity. We see this blue line cross over the black line, and so we want to be looking to go ahead and say, hey, let's take these long positions in the market. We'd actually have a bias to go ahead and take long positions. Markets moved up about 17, about almost 18%, $5 per share on a $31 stock. So, I mean, 500 shares or 1,000 shares, you're talking about quite a few $1,000s on a single trade, again, where the market really never moves against you, moves straight into profit. You can go ahead and trail those stops. But why this is so effective and how this can really help any trader out there, whether you're a day trader, a swing trader, you trade options, is really just knowing what to expect. So you see huge amount of separation between that blue and black line, right, guys? I mean, if the predicted moving average is that much above the actual moving average, that suggests a lot of strength in that trend. So over that 48-hour period, you see forewarning of that weakness, these low prices coming through over the short term, but the direction is still up. And once that neural index comes back up to a 1, getting a lot more strength over those subsequent couple of trading days there. So, that's how this all works together. The software really analyzing those global market relationships, what's going on in the S&P 500, what's going on with the dollar, competing stocks, ETFs, to really anticipate short-term price movements so that traders can make much better trading decisions, really regardless of overall trading style. So a couple more opportunities to go through. We have Nvidia, maker of graphics cards and GPUs and things like this. Now, another great opportunity here. And the whole point is recognizing these directional changes in the market via VantagePoint's predicted moving average. So you see very early indication that this market was going to start moving higher at about $47 per share. Neural index confirming that short-term strength at that directional change there. And again, really great opportunity. See our neural index drops down to a 0, little bit of sideways, little bit of sideways, little bit of sideways over those trading days. But the overall direction, the bigger move to the upside, and that's really clearly forecast. You see, just like those other examples, a lot of separation between that blue and black line, that prediction and actual moving average. So, an example like this, 47, you figure, about 500 shares or so, again, up about $5,000 on a move over just about 22 trading days. So a very short period of time, getting that really good entry that can open up those really, a really nice profitable moves in the marketplace. So last opportunity for us to go ahead and take a look at here, International Game Technologies. And again, we want to keep this very, very simple, but what's great about this is so adaptable with whatever your trading approach is. So, if you're a day trader, if you trade weekly options, if you're, really a trend follower and just want to get into the market, trail your stops, the software is going to keep updating, keep forecasting that short-term price to really help you make those better trading decisions. So you see here very clearly getting that crossover about a week into July there, but this neural index saying, look, you want to be along in the market and you want to go ahead and over these 48-hour periods look to be a buyer. So as long as you're making your trading decisions in line with, really combining these two indicators to determine, what is the overall trend direction and what should I expect over the short term as far as short-term price action. Do I want to be buying on dips, trying to, hit my profit targets and things like that? You can make those trading decisions with a lot of confidence, knowing that you're analyzing those global factors that are driving the stocks that you're trading, but that you also have a very highly accurate, consistently accurate tool to base those trading decisions off of. So just a huge improvement off of, really lagging methods and tools that really only look at one market in isolation and really don't take into account the global nature and interrelated nature of the marketplace and how it trades today. So as always, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this week's edition of the Hot Stocks Outlook for August 5th, 2016. Thank you all for watching, and bye for now.